Alright guys, here we are back on the 1940 Chevy truck. I did a little work here before I started the video, but I'll show you guys anyway. The bottom had rust on it, and I like to measure and make my patch, I should say, first. I cut my patch out, I lay it down on the door, make sure it covers my area, then I mark around it. After I've got it marked, take my cutoff wheel and I cut it out. I've got to cut the ends off yet here, but I'll leave a lip around the edge if you've got good metal at that point. And after I finish cutting this, I'll make another video and I'll show you laying the patch in. Alright, I'll be back when I get that cut out. Alright guys, I got that cut out there now. I don't think it's all that bad underneath. Let's see here. A little bit of cleanup down here, not too bad. Inside is pretty decent. Side to bottom of the door down here is nice. Hits there, but for 1940 sheet metal, not too awfully bad. It's always amazing to me how drain holes they put are up here. You can see that's a drain hole. But what good does that do for down here? Well, the moisture and dirt will settle. So anyway guys, that's kind of how I like to do them. We may have to trim this up a little bit, make it fit just right. A little bit long on it. But all in all, we're right on, as you can see. Nice thin lines for our welds. I'm a little off right here. Got to trim this just a little bit on my length. Panel lays in there pretty good. We'll weld that in. We're ready for a glaze filler on the bottom of this door. Alright guys, there you have it on the rest of the doors. As we get farther, I'll make some more videos of it. Alright, I trimmed the edge of this panel I made here. I also come back and I cleaned all the scale out of down here. I'll take a wire wheel on a hair die grinder next, and I'll clean up all the rust down in here, and I'll treat that. Prep that with some rust preventative and some etch prime. Then I'll throw a coat of urethane primer on it. Be the same on the back side of this panel. We'll etch prime this panel, patch panel, and we'll urethane prime the back. Then we'll be ready to weld in. This one should work out pretty easy. Alright, we'll make more as we make progress. Alright guys, everything is prepped now. It's waiting for the urethane to finish drying here. As I said I would do it earlier. Patch panel painted on the back side. Of course you're going to get some burn off from welding on this, you know, you can't help that. We'll come back after we're all done and go down the inside of the door and do a little more rust proofing from there. But that's where we're at right now guys. We're ready to weld in after this sets up. There you have it. More as we continue. Alright guys, we're all welded in. Go over it and grind her down. So we got no place to have to go back and touch in again. Knock it down over with the wheel. See how thin this stuff was. There you go. Get ground down, put some door glass over it, sand that down, and we'll put a skim of filler on this door like we did on this one. While I was waiting for my rust preventative and prep and urethane to dry earlier, I hit this thing with the inline sander a little bit, knocked it down. We'll knock her down some more and put a second glaze on this. There you have it, guys.